Within the inner city of Chicago, a stone's throw from the old Robert Taylor projects, lies a diamond in the rough, an oasis in the desert for low-income families to provide a hope and a future for their children, a refuge of safety, academics, and nurturing. This is St. Elizabeth's Elementary School, a modern-day miracle on Wabash.
When I started at St. Elizabeth, we had a population of approximately 210 students. We currently service 257. However, of those 257, 90% of them come from families that live below the national poverty line. We go beyond just the academics here at St. Elizabeth. It's really important that we wear many hats. We're moms, dads, doctors, nurses, preachers, the whole gamut. We expect the teachers to keep the kids safe, to keep the kids motivated, and to make certain that they have some type of foundation for a successful future.
I wear many hats here. I'm the moderator of the choir. I mentor to several first-year teachers here to help them get acclimated to the field of teaching.
Those children have learned at an early age to be orderly. They do sit in a chair. They do discipline themselves. They've been taught that they are there to be taught.
I feel that we're all ministers of education here, and that we model what our gifts are to the children, meaning our spiritual gifts, our role model gifts, and our philosophies to help them grow into successful citizens.
The standard tuition is $2,400 for one child. However, the percentage of families that are actually paying the full $2,400 is minimal. The average family pays right around $100 a month, which is $1,000 a year. And even with that, it's a far stretch for them to be able to do that. But they're so committed to, I want my child to get a quality education in a safe environment where I know that there are people that care more about the child as a whole person, instead of just, I gotta make certain that you know reading, or I have to make certain that you know math.
We do a lot with very little. We have smaller classes, smaller classrooms. Everything is just kind of scaled down as opposed to the public school system.
They were indicating that moms had lost jobs, hours had gotten cut, and they just weren't able to make ends meet. And to be able to sacrifice for a private education that was going to cost was really going to take away from the household. So people like Jack Roeser, and there are a few other individuals who care about the school, but Jack has been the main supporter of St. Elizabeth's. Went in their pockets, reached out to their connections, and made certain that there was a way through additional scholarship funds so that the parents didn't have to worry. A lot of them were really afraid to put the kids in public schools. We've seen here recently over the last couple of weeks about all of the violence, the beatings that are going on in the public schools, and they really just didn't want to risk that from the kids. The fortunate thing here is, are the children perfect? Of course not. However, we don't have fights. We don't have beatings. We don't have metal detectors at the door. We don't have security in the school. It's just modeled and expected that when you come here, you're here to learn, and if there are any problems or issues that come up, that we're going to handle them the right way.
I like this system because, first of all, I'm a very spiritual person. I like being able to have God in the classroom, which helps to control the children. I like the uniform policy. I like the handbook and all the strict rules that we have and guidelines for them to follow, which make them to be productive citizens. I think that's very important.
I'm here because I believe in those things as well, because that's what St. Elizabeth stands for.
When it comes to making payroll or paying local bills, all of that comes by the graces of supporters and the parents' tuition. And because our tuition is far below what it actually costs to educate the kids, we have to work overtime to make it happen here.
Especially in Chicago, the poor people are served terribly by the Chicago school system. Only half of the children that start high school ever graduate. When they graduate, they're at about the 6th grade level in education. It is pathetic how badly the poor people of Chicago are served.
All of our children that attend St. Elizabeth School, I will put them up against any school within this city for its discipline, for its education, especially for its intelligence and respect.
What you gain here and following the rules will make you a much better person in society. There are certain rules that we have to conform to as human beings in society in order to be successful, in order to avoid the pitfalls and the potholes, and that it starts when they're young.
It's a place that gives good education. I tell you, a lot better education, really, than you're going to get in a suburban grammar school. Why? It's because they teach not only subjects, they teach some morality. Morality's out of style in public schools, but those children are taught to fear God, whether they're Catholic or anything else, but they're taught that there are things in life that are decent and that you got to treat other people decently.
The majority of our students, and this is the most amazing part, the majority of our students do not even live in this neighborhood. A lot of them come from great distances just to be at St. Elizabeth School, just to attend St. Elizabeth School.
The children from St. Elizabeth's go on to high school. They graduate from high school. Many go on to college, and some go on to become the leaders of the black community and the whole community in the city of Chicago.
St. Elizabeth has been a great inspiration over the years for many of the students that have attended the school and have went on to become doctors, lawyers, athletes.
We all just get along so well, and we all work together for the betterment of the children.
The children that go to St. Elizabeth in the first 3 grades, they go there with the expectation of their mothers, the teachers, and the children that they are going to go there to learn.
Crystal is very respectful. I'm noticing her mannerism, it's improved. The quality education that she receives here, along with how to carry herself as a young lady, it has just changed her personality.
Those children are getting a break in life that the kids in the gang never got. And they know the value of it.
St. Elizabeth has had a rich history of educating for many, many years, even before I got here.
If you could walk into St. Elizabeth's with me and see those children, you would realize how important it is.
Where other schools have closed, we have remained open, especially due to the thanks of such patrons as Jack Roeser.
I've been a contributor to them because they deserve help. And I would tell any of you out there, if you really want to do something for education, send some monies to St. Elizabeth's, 4100 South Wabash. It'll be money well spent.
Perhaps the children may never realize the full extent of the sacrifices that have been made by their parents or teachers or the Jack Roesers of this world. But one thing is certain. The kids will leave St. Elizabeth's with a foundation built on character, discipline, generosity, and integrity, grounded in a first-rate education. They will take these values with them in life. They will be the future parents, the future teachers, and the future Jack Roesers of this world. That is the ongoing legacy of St. Elizabeth's. Jeremiah 29:11 states, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." That verse is fulfilled every day at St. Elizabeth's.